Dear Collective, welcome to another energy reading, music channeling. You know what it is? Please take what resonates. So your go-to song for this reading is, let's see here. I hope you guys are doing well. So, California Dreaming by the Mamas and the Papas. So, I got this tune on the 14th of June. Okay. Now, there's a lot of other specifics there. I will have to say, even so, I feel like this song came through and is in relation to what's happening in terms of the protests and the riots and the demonstrations that's taking place globally, but specifically what's happening in America, California. Okay, I feel like this is the right the song came to me like this. But we're gonna read the specifics, okay? 1960s could be relevant. Number 10 could be relevant. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Aries, Libra, Leo, Scorpio, Canada, United States of America. Jose, the name. Poison. Okay? Somebody's praying, but they're being somebody's a fake Christian, okay? Or a believer. Something about Monday. Okay? I'm also filming this on Monday. I don't know if that will help. So when I looked up this song, the first thing that came through was the song is symbolic for counterculture movement. According to genius.com, it says it's symbolic for, or not symbolic, it was in correlation because of the counterculture movement that took place during the 60s, okay? Hence the 60s. So again, I really do feel like this song came through because of what's happening in terms of the protests. And this is how I get my messages sometimes, like this. So I'm just gonna clarify, and then I'm gonna do like a generic, you know? First things first, when I got this tune on the 14th of June, but also 14th of November is relevant. So let's start with 14th of June. So there is gonna be a no, okay? Something is gonna be a no, or there was a no that took place on the 14th of June. When I got this tune, it was an immediate no for something, okay? Or it may be the answer from you guys was no. The answers from the protesters was heck no, you know? I don't know, but a no is relevant, okay? 14th November. In terms of 14th November, what's relevant here is that somebody interfered, somebody created a blockage, and somebody wanted to remove that, or yeah, somebody wanted to remove the interference or the blockage, okay? And it's in relation to justice, and it's in relation to power plays. So powers at B created this blockage or created this interference, okay? In terms of 14 November, I don't know if this is to come or this is already what's happening, as in it started back in November on the 14th, okay? Let's keep on moving. 1960s. Again, for that specific insight, I got it when I was looking up the song, okay? So I can just say that you guys were born during that time. That's in relation to a movement happening. Exhibit A was taking place in California, and so on. So, should I leave it? I think that makes sense though, but let's add cards for 1960s, okay? You're from that area and so on. So based on the cards, we got this one here. So this is like my protection card, but it was in reverse. So basically, whoever was supposed to be protecting they're not doing that. They're not doing their job. Okay? Instead of doing their job in this manner, right? It almost feels like people of the entertainment business had to come together. If they didn't, maybe it wouldn't be a movement. Example A, the song Mamas and Papas, California Dreaming. Music is a movement. It changes people's heart and perception. And my personal beliefs, it is a foundation for a lot of things, okay? Without music, I feel like the world would not be the way it is. That's just me. So in this sense, just based on the cards, artists had to come together. Musicians, like what took place in the 60s, could be the same thing how it happened right now. I don't really watch the news, but perhaps some artists are coming together, some actors, actresses. It kind of reminds me of like the saga movement, okay? So my only news source is Instagram, okay? Because I'm linking my readings. So, but I don't really watch the news like that. So that's where we got from 1960s. I really hope that makes sense, okay? So this is the last card we're gonna go on based on that. So there's gonna be balance, okay? Lessons need to be balanced. And karma will be dealt where it should be dealt, okay? I know it's not easy. I do not live in Canada or America. I live in Sweden. It's pretty peaceful. It's very neutral, okay? So my heart goes out to all of you guys who are like fighting for your rights and people's rights, because it's not an easy thing, okay? So let's move on. So number 10. So I just got the number 10. That could be in terms of like a specific day, okay? Or like I said, hours, days, weeks, months. Or it could be like somebody's favorite number, or I don't know, maybe after the 10th time somebody's gonna like fucking get it, or somebody will be triggered after the 10th time. I don't know if there's gonna be like 10 more protests, or 10 more news reports, or 10 more no's, or 10 more. Let's keep 10 is relevant, okay? And we got this one here. Or maybe 10 is like a group of people, or your birthday. 10 is relevant. And based on this card, we got 10 again. So on the 10th, or in terms of this number, there could be a lot of love coming in as well. So that's good. Or unity, an answer, some sort of reassurance, something, okay? Alright, so now we're on to the zodiac signs. I'm trying to speed through this. If you are a Gemini, okay, if we're dealing with a Gemini, these are your cards. So we got biblical. Maybe you need to like pray more. For some of you guys, this connection, you are connected with this because of your faith. For some of you guys, it's because of who you know, and not what you know. On a romantic sense, this person or you could be karmic to one another, okay? If you're a Gemini, for some of you guys, you have a spiritual connection, but it's giving like hard work. It's more like rules and regulations instead of like the heart. Somebody's more so like how do I say this? Somebody's faith and your faith is much more. It's hard work, okay? And I feel like this is why there's like a lack of love. So for instance, like somebody's like you have to be modest. And somebody's, of the same faith, biblical, right? And you're like, over time, you're over and done dressing modest, and you realize that the reason why you're together was just because of rules and regulations, and there was no real connection, okay? If you're with a Gemini, deal with a Gemini, you realize that the connection there was just like for the sake of the people, or for the sake of paper, or for the sake of, saying you guys are together, or you come from the same belief system, but there was the passion has died. It became too stagnant, it became too regulatory, okay? I don't know if I'm making sense. Let me know, okay? The wind is winding. The next zodiac sign on the list, we got Virgo. Oh, bear with me. Bear with me today. Alright, Virgo. So, you might have a child with this person, or they might view you as childish. You might be persecuted a lot when it comes to this individual. You might feel like you're like trapped or enslaved. Feel like you can't leave, but you want to leave. If you're a Virgo, you're in this energy. If they're a Virgo, they're in this energy. They kind of feel like you guys are like keeping them trapped, and they don't feel like they can grow anymore. They feel like they're being belittled, being betrayed, and somebody want to go. Okay, somebody's like, I've had enough. You're them. Okay. I'm also tuning into somebody's feels like somebody's argument is like beneath them, and Virgo's like, I gotta go, or Virgo's doing this, and you got to dip because this is some bullshit. Okay. Somebody feels the dream that was dreaming is not it. Going back to the title, it's almost like, oh yeah, California is nice, but it's just like to see that you've been here, to see that you lived here, but it's really struggling. Some of you guys, like, you were there because you had this belief system, this faith that, this is where it's at, but you don't have to struggle to have peace. You don't have to struggle because of a name, and now it feels like the passion, the heart is too rigid. There is no freedom anymore. You get me? Okay, I feel like I'm doing too much. Let's move on to the next Sagittarius. Saggy. Alright. So Sagittarius, if you're Saggy, you feel like you're going crazy. Or if you're watching for Sagittarius, they feel like they're going crazy. Okay? They feel like there's too much gossip, or you allow too much gossip in the connection, and they feel crazy because of what people are saying. If you're Sagittarius, you feel crazy because of what other people are saying. Normally, I feel like, on a personal note, Sagittarius don't give a fuck what other people think or say, but you do, or this Sagittarius does, and it's because there's too much bullshit from the people that have too much opinion that doesn't correlate or make no sense in your guys' connection. It's bringing you more hardships than what's necessarily, okay? It's a group of people you can't seem to cut off, or it's a group of people your soulmate can't seem to cut off, and somebody's like going crazy a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, okay? Like, somebody's getting like burned out because of people's opinions, okay? You are the Sagittarius. We got Aries. Okay, let me use another deck. In terms of Aries, you could be Aries watching for an Aries. So this Aries individual, you stab them in their back, or they feel hurt by you, or you feel hurt by this Aries and you stab them in their back. Vice versa. The thing is that the Aries will overcome this. If you're Aries, you will also overcome this. The thing is, what is happening is that Aries do feel a little bit unstable, or if you're Aries, you feel a little bit unstable, but you will overcome this hurt and betrayal, or they will overcome this hurt and betrayal. Now, Aries, will you go back to them? I think the fuck not. And if you're an Aries watching, don't. If you're an Aries, if you the one that hurt an Aries, they will not return back to you. It's done, okay? And I feel like you, cross watcher that's watching, you will understand why they will be done with you. But let me just say this: if you hurt an Aries, they're over the hurts, but they will never feel secure enough to trust you again or let you back into their life. Because in Aries, let me tell you this: in Aries, don't let, at least they're very social. Everybody knows of them, but not everybody knows what's happening. Okay, at least 3 people. You were one of 3. So if you were the one that hurt the Aries like this, never again. Okay, once is enough. If anything, I low-key feel like the only way you're coming back in is because they need their revenge on some Scorpio shit. But I don't think this is the case, whether you are Aries watching or you're watching for the Aries. Okay, so that's your card. Let's move on to the next. We got Libra. Libra, they feel so much happiness with you. You feel so much happiness with them. Okay? But you also got people hating on this connection very hard. And they're also trying to divide Libras. Okay? They want you and your person to be like in this type of connection. Let us be third parties. Let us be unconventional. Let's just keep it casual. Let's just keep it, not so serious. You and your person enjoy each other. You're in heaven with each other, Libras. But you got people that's trying to evolve you guys to be in this connection and this energy. Like, no, I need you not to be serious with Libra, or they're telling you, or they're sending energy towards you. Don't be serious with your soulmate because they don't like you to be happy. Okay, that's for you, Libras. Let's move on. So, example, you found your dream in your person, and you guys are living it, and people are hating on it. Okay, hard. They're really upset. Next thing, Leo is on the left. Okay, Leo, I'm tuning into, if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, they will come back. Okay, Leo, you got people watching, stalking you. Okay, trying to gaslight you. Be aware of that. Okay. But you also have people that appreciate you for helping them heal, because they were definitely going through it. And if you were not in their life, they would have been in a sunken place. Okay. Now, in terms of this Sagittarius, they have a lot of questions for you. They even prayed, and this is why they're coming back. Okay. What can you expect from this Sagittarius? Leo, I'm channeling they want to get married. So for some of you guys, they're coming in to propose to you. For others, they just want to come in so they can say they manifested you, but they really want to manifest you back into their life. Like, it's not a joke, okay? But for others, it's a manifestation of, I need to get back to Leo because they're haunting me and they're very tempted by you. For others, it's the temptation that's pulling them back in towards you, Leos. For others, they want to create this life as in, I need Leo in my life, says this Sagittarius, okay? The numbers could be relevant. Let's move on to the next. Lord. Scorpio. Scorpio, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, you feel Scorpio, you're about to get some sort of information, light on some information here. Why is the camera like this? Okay. You're about to get light on some information. I don't know if you're going to be happy about this, but it's not going to make you feel stuck anymore. So that's good. It's going to open up a door for action, support, or protection. But I'm not quite sure if you want this. But yeah, Scorpio, somebody's coming in with some information that will open doors for some sort of action, support, protection. But it's kind of like, how do you feel? Or you're going to do this for this Scorpio? Let's move on. We got Canada, America. Let's do one card for Canada. Oh, Lord. So in terms of Canada, we got a few cards. So there's a group of people that's gonna, it's a yes on Canada, whatever yes means. Okay, so there's that. Um, let's do one. Let's do one for America. So in terms of United States of America, it's giving people are thinking. It's circulating. Nothing is finalized. Okay. Um, something about the interference and a blockage. Okay. As well. Let's move on. Name Jose. Now I will say I got this name when I was doing. There's gonna be yes for Jose. When I was doing this reading, to be loved. So I've noticed if I do readings like every other day or maybe 2 per day. So one of the readings I did on the yesterday. Okay. Yeah, yesterday. So on the 16th or on the 15th, you can look it up. So Jose is a part of that reading, and it's a yes. Okay, let's move forward. Something about going crazy. Let me see. The thing is this: I don't have internet right now, so something about going crazy in the title. Something. If I found it, I will link it. Okay, but if your name is Jose, if you're watching for Jose, it's going to be a yes, and I would advise to go watch that reading as well. So the next thing we got poison. I don't listen. There wouldn't be winding. Okay, somebody's really upset though. Let me go grab the cards and see what it says. Bear with me, okay? Lordy Lord. This is going to be a long reading. I feel like we're going to do a part 2. And that's what I'm going to do, okay? And there we're going to do like a general for everybody. Do some dates, do some initials. And stay tuned for that, okay?